1st. Tickets on sale at the Beauty Shack. Low location, General 50, VIP 80. And for the Platinum fans, exclusive skyboxes are available. Gates open at 7 p.m. For more info, call ESC Distributors at 394-0819. Let's keep the vibe alive.
A drastic transformation of operations at public healthcare facilities being finalized. Details straight ahead.
Progress being made on Paradise Island's Royal Beach Club, and more native elements are being incorporated into the project.
Plus, the Goombay Punch logo is staying intact. Stay tuned for more.
And coming up in sports, softball legends honored.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Well, it's Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Beautiful Friday to you. I'm Desmond Saunders.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Desmond.
Start of a big weekend, a lot going on, so I'm ready for the weekend, and I know you are.
I'm definitely ready for the weekend. You know, it's our Entertainment Friday, and Zaria Samuels is going to serenade us into the weekend.
Sounds great, LaDawn, but let's dive straight into the news for you on this big Friday, a big day in the United States on Monday, as a familiar face takes back over as president. Our Devontae Hanna is already in Washington, D.C., and he joins us with this preview. Devontae.
Well, Desmond, LaDawn, it's pretty exciting here in Washington, D.C. We're still outside the Washington Monument. And as you can imagine, there is work underway to ensure that Monday's inauguration goes off without a hitch. There's extra security, there's red carpets, there's the glitz, the glam already getting in place. But there are dozens of excited Bahamians who are here in D.C. to witness this historic occasion. One woman in particular, Carolyn Hanna, she's going to be volunteering at the inauguration on Monday. She was here back in 2017. She says she is in love with Donald Trump, and she had to come out and support him. Here's her story.
He's a Republican, and I have supported the Republican Party for any number of years. I've done that. I've written to presidents and given them words and all that sort of thing, but I've never been as involved with any as with President Trump, because I think he needs someone that's in the back of him, just lifting him up in prayer, regardless of what people say. Some may be true, some may not be true, but that's not what I'm all about. I'm about being obedient to what is being said in my spirit. And as a result of that, I've seen God work in a marvelous, miraculous way.
Well, of course, that's Carolyn Hanna. She says she's pretty excited for Monday. She has about 6 invitations, and she says she's willing to give them out to some more Bahamians who are here. So that means if you're on your way to Washington, you may want to connect with Miss Hanna so you can get a spot at the inauguration on Monday. We're going to be working. Of course, there's going to be a lot of hard work, but we're going to have some fun, right? I mean, right now it's going to be snowing. On Sunday, they said that it's going to be about a 77% chance of snow, but it has already been snowing here in D.C. Can you believe it? I'm so excited to see this. So right now, on behalf of my cameraman, Victor Adderley, and I, we're going to send it back to you in studio.
Look, you're having a lot of fun there, Devontae. In just about 3 days, Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. The new president will take his oath among thousands of invited dignitaries and guests during his inauguration ceremony on the west front of the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C. Associate Professor of History at the University of the Bahamas, Dr. Christopher Curry, says he expects the long-standing relationship between the Bahamas and the United States to strengthen under a Trump administration.
We've had countless U.S. presidents who've been inaugurated, and regardless of their ideological stance, regardless of which party they were affiliated with, the Bahamas has always maintained stable and good relationships with whoever was the president of the U.S. Now, of course, various presidents have shifted foreign policy and positions depending on what they're trying to do. But you will find that the Bahamas has always stood firm with our position as it relates to various world powers.
Curry also made the contrast regarding the agendas of former United States presidents to end the embargo between the United States and Cuba.
We do know that there was a major difference between Barack Obama's position as it relates to Cuba. He was trying to open the door and possibly move towards ending the embargo that's been over 60 years now. And he traveled to Cuba, and that was a significant moment. I do not see this current president having the same sort of liberalizing agenda as it relates to relations with Cuba that the Democratic President Obama had.
Director of the Department of Public Health, Dr. Philip Swan, is hoping for a drastic transformation of operations at public clinics and medical facilities in the country as preparations are now being finalized toward digitizing medical records for patients. Dr. Swan explains a pilot project launched at the Gambier and Adelaide public clinics 4 years ago has meticulously converted thousands of patient records into digital files, now accessible to practitioners across the archipelago with the goal of improving services and patient care.
So what we're talking about is the Information Systems for Health. This is a power initiative that the Ministry of Health adopted back in 2020. And the idea is to talk about how we digitize the health information systems in the country, really. And we know that there's a significant level of digitization in the private sector, and we wanted to ensure that we were not being left too far behind in the public sector.
Now, the new system, he says, will also be able to track patients, eventually integrating auxiliary services like national health insurance and others.
The hope is by the 3rd of February to have rolled out some aspect of the medical record system. The system that we have, any medical record system has a number of modules, and we're hoping that by that time we would have rolled out all of these pertinent ones. So you're talking about appointment scheduling, registration of patients, triaging, and patient encounter, as well as billing and codifying of the encounter itself.
The Royal Caribbean Group is making strides in the development of its highly anticipated Royal Beach Club on Paradise Island. The project, which started in April 2024, is currently in the tree relocation phase, which is a part of the company's commitment to creating a sustainable, eco-friendly, and authentically Bahamian experience for visitors. President of the Royal Caribbean Group, Bahamas, Philip Simon, highlighted the importance of incorporating native flora into the project to ensure it reflects the culture and natural beauty of the Bahamas.
That would be encompassed not just in the structures and the beaches and the pools that we construct, but obviously the surrounding elements. And we are hoping to really get it back to that state that we would have met it in terms of the vibrancy, of the colors and the plants. And so this was a big part of for us to preserve as much of the original landscaping as possible that we met there on Paradise Island.
The Beach Club aims to feature a mix of local flora such as sea grapes, coconut palms, and native flowering plants to ensure environmental responsibility. The Royal Group has engaged a team of experts to oversee the tree relocation, minimizing the ecological impact of the project. Lead environmental consultant Janine Bullard emphasized the commitment to sustainable practices.
We actually went over and above what was expected. We were only initially supposed to remove about 900 plants, and since then we've removed over 3,000 plants. So we increased by about 300% of what we were required to do. And this was an initiative that was pushed by Royal Caribbean in an effort to ensure that we were being environmentally responsible and doing as much as we can to protect the environment.
Oh, looks like that project is coming along well.
And they look like they're protecting their environment. And speaking of protecting the environment, it looks as if Devontae's having a great time with that snow in his hand, right?
Yes, he's having a great time in Washington. I'm excited about what's going to take place on Monday, and we've got a whole team down there providing minute-to-minute coverage. Can't wait.
So are you inviting us to your watch party? Is that what you're saying? I got you there, didn't I?
Well, still to come, it's Friday. That means we will have our entertainment segment next. Stay tuned for Zaria Samuel. She's going to be rocking the house. Stay close. There you go.
Want to save money this year? Try something that's special. That's super value and quality. Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounces, $1.19. Kramer chunk tuna, 5 ounces, 89 cents. Kramer's chicken breast, $2.99 per pound. Fresh pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Sweet mangoes, 2 for $3. Fresh lemons, 3 for $1. Specials every day at super value and quality. Supermarkets.
Cybersecurity is really a matter of national security. Heal Bahamas is about making sure that every organization in the Bahamas recognizes the importance of, one, being prepared, two, understanding what that preparation looks like, because at the end of the day, you see that as a part of our cybersecurity initiative, and this is why I'm delighted to be hosting this conference. Securing the future. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Alive Business Cybersecurity Summit.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Looking at a live shot of the Fusion Superplex off Gladstone Road. That drone shot, courtesy of our cameraman Neville Smith. Time now for Family Island News. Punch logo has become engraved in our Bahamian culture, so much so that social media users were outraged when they thought the logo was changing. Well, today we have some good news for our concerned viewers. Here's to Dario Hudson.
Yes, we haven't taken the face off of the cans, but we do have the boats on there now, and we have 6 unique limited edition can designs. So we have King and Knights from Auckland's, Bull Ridge, from Exuma, another Exuma boat, Patent Pride, the Sassy Sue from Long Island, It Ain't Right from Abaco, and of course Sweet Island Gal from Nassau.
This addition to the iconic look is not random, but is part of a bigger initiative that supports the growth of our national sport.
The Bahamas Goombay Punch Cup is a competition that spans through 3 major regattas. So it starts at the best of the best regatta that's held here in New Providence in December. And then we move on to the National Family Island Regatta in Georgetown, Exuma, historic Elizabeth Harbor, where the first regatta was held. And then we transition to Salt Pond, Long Island, where we wrap up the competition. So basically, it's open not only to the sloops that's featured on the cans, but all of the C-class sloops participating in these regattas, and whoever has the most points accumulated through these 3 major regattas is awarded the prize for the winner. So we will give $5,000 to the top sloop, and we also wanted to find a way to grow the sport more, really support regatta, it being our national sport now. So we give the junior sailing club of that respective island an $8,000 stipend to really grow the sport. So whether that's for travel, or they want to purchase a boat, or they need sails, Caribbean Bottling Company and Bahamas Goombay Punch Cup, Bahamas Goombay Punch is here to support them.
There's no need to fear. Our beloved Bahamas Goombay Punch logo has not gone anywhere. However, they are sharing more of our culture. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Tajaro Hudson.
It's another Entertainment Friday, and that means it's time to sing and dance our way into the weekend. Joining us this evening to serenade us into the weekend is Zaria Samuels, also known as Z to Energy, and also the granddaughter of the late Anthony Fatback Marshall. Zaria, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access now.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Feeling great.
So talk to me a little bit about how did your music career begin?
My music career began from when I was in school. I went to the great government high, and it started all from there. With the band, the pop band, and just singing with great students, you know, along with myself. And that's how it come, being able to lead and then take lead in this career. That's how it all began.
And where did the inspiration behind the song Come Back Home originate from?
The inspiration behind Come Back Home, it's about going back to the island. You know, it's like you want to come back home, you want to go home. You know, some days you might have a hectic day from work, you know, paying bills, all of this stuff, so you want to come back home. So island could be calling you, any island, whatever island you feel as though calling you, you could come back home.
What are some of the behind the scenes that went into the song? I know it's kind of a lot to actually put a song together, but what actually went to it behind the scenes that we should know about?
The behind the scenes which you should know about, it's about hard work and dedication. That's the #1 goal for anything that you want to do. Music, any genre of any business that you want to go in. Behind the scenes, it has been hectic, but I have made it. So making sure your words rhyme, you have the rhythm on point, and everything rhymes together. So it has been amazing, but nevertheless, it has been rough, but it's been amazing.
Have you been able to collaborate with any Bahamian artists? And if so, who would you like to work with?
Not as yet, but definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to Funky D, KB, and Gino D, also Mama D. Okay. They my 3 main top right there, as in to collaborate with. They have been beautiful mentors for me in this career, so I definitely would say those legends right there.
Are there any other songs that you plan on releasing soon?
Yes, I have another song coming out. It's named I Got Your Candy.
Okay.
So definitely stay tuned. It's about March coming out. So definitely stay tuned for that.
And what's next for Zeta Energy?
Next for Zeta Energy is working on some amazing projects. I will be traveling internationally soon. I have 3 projects that I'm working on internationally. I am excited, and that's what next for Zeta Energy.
And you do look like your grandfather as well. Tell us about that. I know he's been gone for a while.
Yes,
but yeah.
I have my days that I, have my mental breakdown, but I am doing it for him and my grandmother. I get a lot of sayings. You look like your granddad. That nose can hide, but always you have that smile and you have that spunk with you from him.
All right, Zaria, the Energy, thank you so much for joining us here on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now, and all the best to you in your future.
Thank you so much.
We're going to hear from you a little later on, right?
Yes, you will.
All right, so stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports.
Last night, a number of local softball legends honored. Details of that story coming up in sports.
The difference, Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We love to brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be proud. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Since a young girl, I always loved watching the women come in and get their hair done, commune together with everybody. I grew a great appreciation for that. I always had a great love for making women feel beautiful and just the atmosphere of a beauty salon. Hi, my name is Asia Cartwright, and I'm a hairstylist at the Glow Bar in Old Bay. I enjoyed accounting. I did it professionally for a few years. After the pandemic, I decided to take a leap of faith, go off to school in Atlanta at Aveda Institute to learn the science behind hair, because I realized this is my passion. This is something that I really wanted to do, but I wanted to understand the real depth of, okay, Why does hair do this? Why is it responding this way? What do I need to do to help someone get on their best hair journeys? It's not been easy. When it's fueled by passion, you always have an extra push and motivation to just try harder. It's being fueled from your heart space. I enjoy making women feel beautiful. I enjoy being a listening ear. It's more than hair, it's like therapy. We all leave leaving lighter. For women that are, facing some type of fear, that want to change their path and careers, I would say do it. I trusted God because I don't feel like he would have given me the vision and the dreams if it wasn't for me. It doesn't matter what no one says. It doesn't matter, how it looks from the outside. And I'm going to give it my all, and that's what I do.
To learn more about the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative, visit our website or contact us at 461-7232. And remember, empowered women empower women.
Filled pantries quickly depleted as an increasing number of people seek food, stretching a long-time food bank to the limit. We hear more from a decades-old advocate for the poor.
Nowadays, people start lining up at 7 o'clock for a plate of food at 12 o'clock or a bag of grocery.
Great Commission's frontman, Bishop Walter Hanchel, there giving us a fair idea of how bad things have gotten for some Bahamians in recent months, some of them coming from as far as the other side of town.
We average right now about 600 meals per day.
Per day?
Per day, every day. That's like conducting 3 banquets. We do that every day, and every day it's a miracle to feed those persons.
But as social services officials have said, moving from dependency to self-sufficiency is critical. Bishop Hanchel admits it's something they've been working on for years, but here's what he said most people fail to understand.
The fact that we have different levels of poverty. We have people who are poor, who have no job, no skills, bad work ethics, and nobody would hire them. And then we have people who are working. Many of them are government workers.
Wow.
I call them the working poor. They get a salary, maybe $1,500, $2,000 a month.
But it's maxed out.
80% of that goes directly to the bank, and they have $300-400 to live off for the entire month. So that's a reality that we have to deal with. And not only that, put on top of that the cost of living in the Bahamas. Now that's where it really gets bad.
In his national address last week, the Prime Minister announced a 5% VAT cut on all uncooked food items effective April 1st. Bishop Hanchel among those commending the Prime Minister, stressing that it helps the very poor. But this, he said, does not address the real problem, the cost of the product. He believes the government must now find a way to reduce that price. Well, on a lighter note, LaDawn and Desmond are standing by to give us a sneak peek of Access Now. And I know very well it's Entertainment Friday, so you don't have to rub it in my face.
It's also Entertainment Friday, and I think, Desmond, it's like maybe 3 days before Trump is sworn in.
Yeah, the big inauguration on Monday. We've got a team in Washington.
Yeah.
So get your popcorn ready. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun indeed, Makashla.
Sounds good. Stay with us. The National Report is back after the break.
PREP stands for Prepare, Refocus, Educate, and Produce. When young people come to the program, we make them feel comfortable. We may break out into groups. When Philip asked Nathaniel said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Has anyone said, "Can anything good come out of Canaan Lane? Can anything good come out of Ball's Alley?" There are a lot of young people in Canaan Lane who are excelling in track, who are doing well in school. What I started PREP to help to do, to get people to understand and notice that there are problems and issues that are going on with our young people, that indeed we who can do something should do something. And so PREP is here for them, creating the opportunities, letting them know that there is potential that you have not yet discovered within yourself. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Here in the Caribbean region, our climate is changing, resulting in intense heat as temperatures soar. This increase in temperature is having a significant impact on our energy sector.
With the increase in temperatures, we, of course, are expecting an increase in the use of electricity or cooling, etc. So there's an increased demand on the utility companies to, provide for that overload on their systems.
The hotter it gets, the more energy need there is for cooling among the population, but also the harder it becomes for electricity to be produced. So the efficiency of electricity production is typically also lower when it's really hot.
But there are ways we can help. Simple actions can make a big difference.
There are certain measures that we can take to make sure that we mitigate some of the possible impacts, such as using LED bulbs.
It's up to all of us to take proactive steps. Stay informed and prepared. Together, we can weather this storm. For more information and updates, follow CIMH on X, Facebook, and Instagram.
SpaceX launching its huge Super Heavy Starship mega rocket on its 7th test flight Thursday in Texas, successfully catching the first stage booster back at its firing stand, but losing its new generation Starship upper stage spacecraft, which apparently broke up as it was reaching space. The end result, well, falling debris from the destroyed Starship captured both in Exuma and the Turks and Caicos Islands. While people were seen picking up debris in Providenciales and Grand Turk, something even more significant is said to have been plunked in South Caicos. A JetBlue Airbus A320 operating an itinerary between New York and the Dominican Republic was forced to divert to the Lynden Pindling International Airport here in Nassau for a short time before continuing on to its final destination. Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.